Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, it is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your often humble host, Eric, here with my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune, and we're going to have some very funny memes. But first, trademark patented, always necessary part of Facebook for the Blind, the depressing news.
Did you just fuck up somebody else?
I fucked up 3 other people. The depressing news. This is the part where I joke about fixing this in post, which I'm not going to do. Breaking news. I'm sorry.
I said we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, right. Breaking news as we're going to press. Unfortunately, I have to go to Facebook and log in here. Apparently, Grimace is dead.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's quite tragic. An American icon to die on the 4th of July. We're bringing you this.
The day after his birthday.
America had to stop him. What you're seeing right now are recordings of the drone strike in Yemen that killed Grimace. Leaked McDonald's documents reviewed by the New York Times show Grimace alongside a splinter cell of Al-Shabaab. The Department of Defense, in coordination with open source investigators, geolocated the image and tracked Grimace to a safe house in southern Yemen. His hard drives were discovered with his body, the only file on them, an MP3 of Same Love by Macklemore featuring Ryan Lewis.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight.
The Hamburglar is still at large and is believed to be hiding out in Dagestan.
Heard it here first, people.
He didn't know when to stop, so America
had to stop him.
Yeah. He just had a birthday, too.
Yeah. And then now he died right on his birthday. So, oh my God, the Supreme Court was absolutely terrible since we last met in what they're now calling a post-affirmative action America. I couldn't believe this NPR headline, most divisive thing I ever saw. How affirmative action myths divided people of color. Yes, let's talk about that. The Supreme Court has also struck down Biden's student debt relief plan. You know, we kind of knew that was coming. And the French Prime Minister got very stern and was mad at all the people rioting in France because they went to a mayor's home and threw stones and set fires and stuff. He was like, oh, how could you possibly involve the mayor's house? Anyway, the French are on strike and burning things. Speaking of things that are on fire, of course, we got wildfire smoke from Canada still coming down into the United States, screwing up all kinds of crap. Travel in America already ensnared with all the usual problems, and you know about travel in America, between the TSA, mismanagement compounded by pandemic-era hangovers, and the increasing severity of disruptive weather brought on by climate change. We're in a record number of consumer complaints, delays, cancellations, and there's no alternatives. You guys know it. There's no rail infrastructure. You and your family could travel coast to coast without a single tank of gas on board a high-speed train, President Biden said in a 2021 speech announcing the bill. In the meantime, they say that it is probably likely to be complete sometime in 2035. So, yeah, high-speed rail.
Well, look, I don't want them to rush it.
High-speed rail. Meanwhile, in Chicago, here is the view from the Sears Tower last week from all that Canadian smoke that was embroiling all of the flights that we were just talking about that were down all over the place. We see here, there was captioned another jaw-dropping view from the Sears Tower in Chicago, Illinois. And people were saying the air quality still isn't great, but it's down into orange instead of purple. And of course, the proper way to express Chicago's air quality, malort. That's what there were a lot of really brilliant shelf clouds and thunderstorm activity all over the greater Chambana metropolitan area. I saw lots of friends posting photos like this with some really truly roiled up, crazy shelf clouds, with empty skies behind them, but these big rippling thunderstorms. But none so weird as friend of the show, Adam, who said the storm brought down some alien jellyfish in our yard, and he has picked up some orange stringy goo on a stick. That is unidentifiable. I believe alien jellyfish might be accurate. Meanwhile, I don't know if you missed this one, but Reuters is reporting that the Chinese spy balloon did not collect information over the U.S. Pentagon says. Yeah, remember how, like the media and the government were saying stuff like, Chinese spy balloon, it's spying and collecting data. Yeah, that turns out, nope, not actually, not doing that. Zoot suite.
Well, if we're going to believe the Pentagon.
I didn't believe them the first time. Come on, not my first rodeo. They've been saying every time they've said weather balloon in the last 80 years, it's been a cover up for UFOs. So, the White House is cautiously open opens the door to study blocking the sun's rays to slow down global warming. That's right. The White House we're at Simpsons predicted it levels of stupidity at this point. Do you know this? Here's a picture of Mr. Burns with this little model of Springfield and his little shield that can shade the entire town because he's going to extort it. Yeah, going to be doing this in real life. Isn't that fun? We're going to explore that idea. What could possibly go wrong? In the wake of the loan cancellation coming down from the Supreme Court, Representative Ralph Norman, not a friend of the show, actual real POS, he said you cannot, quote, cancel student loans any more than you can cancel a car payment or credit card debt. That money has to come from somewhere. Proponents of this literally wanted student loan debt transferred to other people. It's obnoxious. Of course, people rather immediately pointed out that the congressman of the great state of South Carolina had collected over $300,000 in PPP loans, and those were forgiven. Every penny of that money that came from taxpayers and wasn't paid back. So here's the big question. Why is it okay for you, but not students trying to make their lives better? I think we know the reason. It's because you represent the same selfish thinking of your entire party. It's good for me, but not for thee. And lastly, it's because you're an asshole. NASCAR came to Chicago and nobody that I know liked it. They blocked off streets and got rid of parking, and then the whole thing got flooded. So, not good. A lot of rain, a lot of flooding. Musk is throttling Twitter. So Twitter has been working really crap lately. It is in the top of the list of all the throttled and not working well websites as I reviewed those online. Hey, happy 4th of July. Here's a picture of Liberace. And I just want to wish you a fabulous red, white, and blue 4th of July. Hope you're fabulous. Okay. Hey, this one escaped us for Pride Month, so we're squeezing it in here in July. Headline, Recovering Bigot gives free hugs and apologies at Denver Pride. This was covered all over the place. We see 3 photographs here of a gentleman in a wheelchair with a sign that says Recovering Bigot, I am sorry, free hugs, and people at the parade taking those hugs. Lots of rainbows all around, captioned why being an ally matters, love always wins. The man aimed to make amends for the wrongs he's committed against the LGBTQ plus community in the past. And it was heartwarming. And I was very thrilled about this. So on this 4th of July Independence Day, here is where Democrats and Republicans agree on patriotism. Bunch of crap, bunch of stuff you already know, but PRI states survey reports that 92% of Republicans, 72% of independents, and 67% of Democrats agree with the idea that America has always been a force for good in the world. So 67% of Democrats and 92% of Republicans always been a force for good. So take it to heart. If you're not feeling it, most of your neighbors are. Here's some stupid news. We see that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are talking about a cage match And this graphic shows a picture of Elon Musk and a picture of Zuckerberg standing next to each other with a height comparison, weight comparison, planet, of course, Mars for Musk and unknown for Zuckerberg, net worth comparison. Then we have built like an athlete, not Musk, but Zuckerberg check marked. And then I just commented, this has got to be the first time Zuckerberg has ever been said to look like an athlete. Come on. In the political world, Moms for Liberty had their conference in Philadelphia, and it got a tremendous amount of talk. It was absolutely insane because this organization is only 2 years old, but already this is the place to be. If you want to run for president or be a Republican in the United States of America, so Trump had to go, DeSantis had to go, everybody, every Nikki Haley had to go, and they all had to prove that they were more racist and misogynist than the person before them. Moms for Liberty is an American political organization that advocates against school curriculums that mention LGBT rights, race and ethnicity, critical race theory, and discrimination. And chapters have now been associated with banning queer studies, and they've been associated with the Proud Boys and other radical, right-wing, militant, violent groups. So, of course, the Republican Party had to go and pay homage to them. 6 Moms for Liberty protesters, though, were arrested on the final day of the group summit in Philly. So counter protesters who blocked traffic were arrested, but the Nazis so for a second I thought they were getting taken away by ICE. I was like, what, were the police busy that day? Okay. We always like to close out with some fun animal stories, and this one is a plant story, but still, I thought it was pretty cool. It's an albino plant hosted by friend of the show, George Cruikshank. He says trees, like animals, can also experience albinism, although it is extremely rare. The reason is because without chlorophyll, the plant can't get any energy. It dies shortly after sprouting, unless it has another source of food. So this plant that you're looking at here is getting its nutrition from the roots of neighboring plants of the same species, feeding on the sugars created by the other's photosynthesis. Albino plants are basically vampires.
Damn.
I know. How cool is that? That's got to be one of the coolest vampires. It's the coolest vampire I've ever seen. Hey, and speaking of albinos, a photographer in Australia caught what he believes to be a very rare juvenile albino humpback. Whales in the news again. Look at that. Kind of blurry. So I thought I would go ahead and post it because he had drone footage. So I'm sure you would like to see the drone footage of the humpback diving and swimming away. And perhaps this is that's as big as I can make it, people. Come on, do it again. Perhaps that is an albino juvenile. Some people said maybe not. But I just noticed too that, whiteness still getting too much press between Moms for Liberty and the albino whale. It's just too much. It's just too much, I'm saying. Maybe we need to roll it back. Think about that. All right, so let's see. What do we do in our news wrap? We did wildfires, Canada, riots in Paris, Baltimore. I'm not going to do that one. Canceled flights and canceled fights. And, oh man, you guys want the best one? I got to share this with my mom. You guys know, some of you might know that I have a deal with my mom not to talk about Marco Rubio. He's the one guy that she gets a pass on. And I said, Mom, did you hear why your boy's in the news? Marco Rubio claims top U.S. officials are coming forward with UFO claims that seem to correspond with the latest Air Force veteran David Grush's whistleblowing, basically saying, yeah, sounds like the U.S. military has a crash retrieval program for UFOs. And I was like, Mom, and Marco's talking about it. So there you go. I was like, that wasn't that worth it?
That part's true.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Anyway, so
I believe in that shit.
well, I do too, but like as a general rule, even though I don't tell my mom this, Marco Rubio is almost always wrong. he's got some points. I've read some of his energy policy, but anyway, that pretty much constitutes the news from Facebook for the Blind for the 4th of July, 2023. And now on to my co-host, beautiful, quiet Michael Labune, for a lovely, nice round one, which are funny memes that we do like show and tell with.
All right. Comes my nice long round one, starting off with this @real_tunes, friend of the show @real_tunes. got a picture of Captain America, and he says Happy 4th of, and then Black Panther slaps the shit out of him and says, "We don't do that here." That's how I felt today.
Yep.
I just picture two scientists talking. First scientist says, "Let's name this spider Long Legs for its long legs." The second scientist says, not kinky enough. No, it's because it's a daddy long legs. Moving on. Here's a picture of a subway that has no chill at all. And their sign says, "Our subs don't implode."
Social media manager for Subway, doing the Lord's work.
Here's a picture of a blanket, like a comforter and two pillows that have been laid right in the middle of a field. And I mean, this field has, I don't think this is a crop. I think this is just weeds that have got to be 4 feet high. And it's captioned, "Imagine being here with the love of your life." And DJ Fuck says, "Did a tick write this tweet?" Those of us from the Midwest take one look at this and you're like, "I'm not walking in that. No fucking way." I went for a walk with Parker the other day, and Parker was like, "Oh, it's way faster if we just walk this way," and like advising that we leave the trail and walk through the tall grass to the road. I was like, never do that. You're gonna learn what chiggers are. This one I gotta say, this one gave me a whole lot of joy. Elon Musk, enemy of the show, Elon Musk, tweeted out rate limits increasing soon to 8,000 for verified, 800 for unverified, and 400 for new unverified. Google, actual @Google on Twitter, so actual Google, retweeted this and said, "Bitch better have my money." I think I have 2 more for this round. Oh man, I love this. This person's name's been blocked out, but they put on Facebook, their status update, they wrote, "I'm high as fuck." And then the original poster commented, "Me too." And then that same person wrote, "Laugh out loud, oh shit, that me." All right. And I think this is my last one for this round. It comes from Feisty Soul Tribe, the group. And it says, "It's getting hot out. Don't forget to drink a lot of water and watch how the fuck you talk to me." And that's it for round 1. Kicking it back over to you, Sizemore.
Right on. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to get everything I needed done during your nice long run. I think I wish you had a longer one. I think I wish you had a longer one. So some of you may know that we're missing one of our co-hosts this week, and I wanted to let you all know this. I probably should have done it in the closing animal. So some of you may know that we're missing one of our co-hosts this week, and I wanted to let you all know this. I probably should have done it in the closing animal story, but friend of the show, dog of the show, Trixie, Andrew and Mary's beloved Trixie, was scheduled to be, the worst scheduling thing you got to do on the Monday before the 4th of July. And as I understood it, Trixie actually laid down on the bed with the other pets on Sunday and just closed her eyes and took care of it herself. Passed on and had a much better last day than she would have had. TD, by the way, and Trixie go way back. Trixie has probably been at every comedy show that Andrew has ever been. Well, definitely everyone that Mary's been to. Trixie's watched Michael perform. Trixie's watched me perform. And here's a shout of Andrew in Mason City. It says, first off, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Very much appreciated them. By the way, I had to text him after this and say, how did I miss your birthday, hermano? Feliz cumpleaños, man. Anyway, secondly, thanks for all the thoughts and good vibes and kind words about Trixie. Missing having my little recliner co-pilot, but just know how loved she was makes it a little better. Here's a picture of her being my manager, a job she took so seriously that she slept through every one of my sets. That's probably true. That's probably true. All right, on into my ostensibly wholesome round one. I think is the wholesome round. This one reads from Intersectional Memes and Feminist Dreams, friend of the show. And if you're not following Intersectional Memes and Feminist Dreams, where are you getting your intersectional memes? Anyway, it says unpaid internship opportunities are actually useful and you should apply to them. You can use them to practice your interview skills. If you get an offer, just tell them that you can't work for them because you got accepted for a paid internship. Not only do you get back at exploitive companies by wasting their time, but you're also able to practice what you're going to say when interviewing at a real company.
Great.
Yeah. This one got a ton of traffic, man. I was like, people like this idea. Here's another one. Please don't tell anyone. I have found a software error at the company I work for that is costing them about $18 million a year, but I haven't told them because they told me no when I asked for a raise. And here was a fascinating thing. Friend of the show, Adam, who's already been in the show before because he has alien jellyfish in his yard. He says, I think there'd be a way to legally force the raise or a bonus. Oh, Adam. He starts talking about getting employment. Anyway, Adam, I think that's adorable that you think that's how the law works. Here we go. This one is from Dinatra, friend of the show, Dinatra. I love your memes, Dinatra. Please keep sending them to me, and thanks for coming to the show every week. It says, me at 18, this radio station is playing my jams. Me at 25, this bar is playing my jams. Me now, this grocery store is playing my jams.
Yeah, no shit.
I was like, oh, man. I love funnies, too, who you might give a follow to. I haven't decided whether to next. It says, got up at 5 a.m., ran 4 miles, came back, made a vegetable smoothie for breakfast, did 2 loads of laundry, and mopped and vacuumed floors, and that's all I remember about my dream. Oh, man. You ever have that one where you get up and you get ready and you go to work and then you wake up and you got to do it all over again?
Yes.
Anyway, I think I'm going to close out with this one and hand it back to you for the irreverent round 2. Closing it out with this is the Founding Fathers and Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross is sewing the flag, and it looks like maybe Washington and Franklin, some others are standing there. And she says, how should I do the stars? Just spangle them bitches. We got caps to pop and bodies to drop.
Nice.
There we go. Woohoo! 4th of July.
All right.
Back to you, sir.
Kicking off round 2, I've got I have a cant of Coke.
A cant?
And this is a cant.
Oh.
And you look closely at this Coke, this Diet Coke, the top is just like the bottom. There's no tab. Not a can. Moving on. Reductress, at Reductress, friend of the show, Reductress, has a picture of a nice looking young lady smiling at the camera, and it says, suck it, Descartes. This woman thinks, but she isn't. I do not know what that means. Oh man, this is kind of hard to look at, but I included it because it is what I think is going on. What we have here is a picture of the universe. So there's a picture of grass, and then just underneath the grass, there's this like huge baby monster Titan-looking thing, and it's poking its 5 fingers up through the grass, and the 5 fingers have faces painted on them, and one of the fingers is labeled you, and then the whole thing is labeled the universe pretending to be individuals. And yeah, it's super disturbing and probably what's going on. Moving on. Becoming unbusy. I just want a covered porch so I can sit outside during thunderstorms with my coffee and mumble, we needed this.
Dude, I heard the rain and I'm in the library. We don't have a lot of windows. I ran across the library to the windows. Other people were running up to the windows. I said, man, we needed this. And I was like, I just became officially middle-aged right there.
Yeah, you did it. You ran to it. You sprinted towards the middle-age moment.
Along with others.
Yeah. Lovely. I got 3 more for this round.
All right.
So this is really funny. You have a picture of a young woman on the beach. She's up on her knees and in a bikini. And yeah, I don't know. She's trim.
Huh.
Her sides go in. She's got an hourglass figure. But then she's also, I should note that she's kneeling right in between 2 dogs.
Right.
And when you look at the dogs, you see that their faces are very distorted from this. And you suddenly realize that her bikini photo is very, very photoshopped. It's just really funny.
That's funny. Like
2 more.
the hourglass filter.
Right. The hourglass filter is exactly right.
Nice.
Here we have a picture of a deer laying in a dog bed. That's right. It's like a fawn laying in a dog bed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is sent. It looks like a Snapchat. It's sent with the text, "My dog won't bark. I think it's gay."
Ah.
And my last meme for round 2. Actually, no, I have 2 more. Sorry. This is a screen grab from TikTok. A young woman. It looks like she's talking right into the camera. And it says, "Dated a British boy, made him fall in love with me, made him trust me, and then I broke his heart." That was for Ireland. And my last meme for this round comes from History for the Witty 2.0. Eric Alper. He's got this picture of a old-timey picture. It looks like, I don't know. I guess it's from 1916. And this little boy sitting, he's covered in pie, and he's sitting next to a bunch of pies. And it says the first ever quote-unquote champion of a pie-eating contest was an unnamed 6-year-old boy. In 1916, he managed to scarf a 10-inch pie in 15 seconds. First commenter says, legend. Second commenter says, why didn't his parents name him? That's all I got for round 2.
That's fantastic.
Let's see what you got, TD.
TD, bitch.
No, not TD. Sizemore. Oh, thinking of you, TD. Oh, I miss you more.
We are, TD. We miss you. I hope you're listening to this and chuckling. Yes. All right. Let's get into it. On to round 2. Coming in hot and heavy with a TD. We miss you. I hope you're listening to this and chuckling. Yes. All right. Let's get into it. On to round 2. Coming in hot and heavy with a 2 round. All right. Intersectional, friend of the show, Intersectional posted with caption, all caps, die, Airbnb, die. She has reposted Xanax and a Cinnabon at Xanabon, who says, Airbnb landlords are like, how come nobody wants to book my house? Maybe it's because you evicted a family of 4, converted their home into a shoddy duplex, filled it with clearance bin TJ Maxx decor, and charged guests $200 for a cleaning fee, all because you don't feel like getting a job. You don't know.
Yeah.
Airbnb has experienced a massive collapse in business lately. No one's quite sure what it means, but I hope it means that many, many people are forced to sell their homes and the real estate market becomes flooded and rents go down. I know. It's a hilarious fantasy. Moving on. Friend of the show, Lex. You remember Lex? Oh, man. Hey, Lex says, for Father's Day, I told my dad, thanks for plowing my mom. And without missing a beat, he said, more times than you could ever imagine. You really, Uno, reversed that shit on me.
Damn. Now we see where Lex gets it.
I'm certain. Holy crap. I miss her. Friend of the show, John Russell Gardner has a picture of a hobbit. Says, I'm not saying it's hot in Arizona, but 2 hobbits just threw a ring in my backyard.
It's fucking dumb.
It is. It is. And then friend of the show, Mark, maybe he's a friend of the show. I don't know. He worked for Playboy for a while. He says, I would rather deal with Arizona heat than Midwest or Southeast heat and humidity.
Fuck off, Mark. No, I'm so fucking tired of this. I've been hearing this my whole goddamn life.
Yeah, it's
dry heat.
It's dry heat.
But it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Fuck you. I was in Iraq. You don't get drier than that.
Yep.
Worst 15 months of my life. The bombs were bad. The heat was worse. Fuck it. No dry heat, no hot heat. I swear to God, if it doesn't cool off here in Minnesota soon, I'm moving further north.
Sure.
I'm just going to keep going.
Sure. I mean, it's logical. I get it. Totally.
Rudy says she just moved here from Nevada. Fuck the humidity. Fine. I'm saying fuck it both. Fuck both of it. It's all awful.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, it doesn't. 100 degrees, it doesn't matter. It's exactly right. Yeah.
No, I mean, I do get it, but for whatever reason, I like it more humid than I thought, but not anywhere South Carolina or below. Like, so you could draw a line from South Carolina to like the top of Texas, and I'm like, yeah,
that's hell too.
I don't need to go to any of those places.
I don't go south of the Mason-Dixon.
Yep, good
Full
rule.
stop.
Good rule.
There's just no reason for me to go south of the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Chancey Prater says, repost at vodka_bunny said, born to be silly, forced to be on antipsychotics. Dustin says, I'm just getting a medical card. Hey, Michael, I know that you, and I don't know if any of our other participants here are interested in a new church, but recently, friend of the show, Kate, she passed along this postcard from Grace Baptist Church in Troy, New York. And it says, July 3rd and 4th, 2023 at 7 p.m., win a free AR-15 or flamethrower. And there's a little stick figure guy here, an AR-15 and a flamethrower. Please join us as we seek to be a blessing to those in our area that have been hit by rising costs. Please join us as we greet our neighbors with a flamethrower. Anyway, I can tell you what, not a real big fan of the Baptists, but this one intrigues me. You happen to be in Troy, New York, and you're looking for an AR-15. I don't know what the numbers are, man, but I bet you get pretty good odds.
I would fucking love to have a flamethrower.
I know, right? Me too.
That would be really cool.
And I'm like, I really hope it's like a real flamethrower, not like one of those Elon Musk BS flamethrowers, because I don't think I want that. I want a real flamethrower.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth sitting through this church service, whatever.
No,
honestly.
Not for a Musk thing. Even if it was a real Musk thing and it cost like $40,000, I don't care. That's not as cool.
No, not worth it. No.
Nope. I want a Chinese knockoff flamethrower with a backpack, just like the stick figure has there. Look at that flame. That's a 15-foot reach. You don't even know if he's like got the. Okay. Hey, look, Jesus has made an appearance in Act 2. Friend of the show, Stacy Faye. You know how people see like images of Jesus in toast? Well, now you can get the grilled Jesus, the original grilled Jesus sandwich press. Toast the face of Jesus right into your grilled Jesus.
For our listeners, this is white Jesus.
White Jesus, but with a golden cheddar brown. I mean, look at that. That's a
golden Jesus.
Yeah, it's not even Bart Simpson yellow. We're talking full on into there's no umami color in here.
I will say this looks like a griddle that can make a pretty good grilled cheese.
Yeah, I want this one. This one looks, I think he buttered it.
Bottom right's a little burnt. Not enough butter.
So Simpsons did it first, of course. A lot of people were reminding us with the submarines that the Simpsons also took a billionaire and went down to see the Titanic. And I'm like, oh my God, that's insane. Also the subway guys with the weird teethy mouths and eyes were pasted onto orcas, and it was saying, "We're the subs. They got a people's bar." You guys remember that from Quiznos?
Yeah, that weird fucking rat thing.
Very weird. Very, very weird. Very weird. Anyway, just like, we love the Sims. Oh God, they
What
wrote.
kind of a restaurant thinks a rat is a good mascot?
It was like a viral video, and corporations were like, screw it, let's see what happens. Put it on TV. Put the rat with bad dentures on TV and make it animated. Insane. All right, I got a 3 wrap up here. Did you ever get to play that Oregon Trail game? Did you ever see that one?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So I like this one, new ending for it, little green CRT. You have died of hubris.
Oh, nice.
With the green submarine outline. I thought that was very nice. Anyway, yeah, I posted that, and yeah, a lot of good stuff. Friend of the show, Meg Slay. If you're not following Meg Slay, you are missing out. Go follow Meg Slay. Meg, thank you so much for everything. She has posted this image of, I believe in the progressive orca party supremacy. And we see a man bowing prostate in front of an orca. The progressive orca party supremacy. Running on a hashtag no yachts platform. Gladys 2024.
Gladys.
Glass. I don't know. I'm good. And finally, we have a gentleman who's give me a break. We have a gentleman whose kitten has apparently gotten hold of his vape pen and is sucking on it furiously while gripping it with his paws. And Sergio Apa says, sometimes he my cat, sometimes he my dog. Yo, dog, let me hit that. That has wrapped up my ridiculous, irreverent round 2. Back to you for the penultimate round.
Kicking off round 3, it just says, fuck, it's almost harder than me out here.
Ah! That's funny. I want to remember that.
Bor Gerbinski says it's 1925. I'm leaning against this lamppost on the lookout for dames who are looking for trouble. I start flipping a quarter. I catch her eye. I fumble the quarter and it rolls into a sewer grate. I have lost the equivalent of $30,000. Fucking sober friend of the show at fucking_sober says, I can't believe I'm responsible for my own recovery. Me, the same person who got me into this mess.
Right.
Here's a picture of a young lady. Eric, what do you think? Do you think she's smoking a joint, or do you think she's smoking a cigarette?
I believe she's either smoking a joint or a badly rolled cigarette.
Yeah.
It's very thin at one end.
Here's a picture of a young lady smoking either a joint or a very badly rolled cigarette. And it says, I don't care what people think of me. I'm busy. I've got magical shit to do. And laundry. I need to do laundry as well.
So stupid.
I got 3 more for this round. Trash Can Paul. Friend of the show, Trash Can Paul. It has language differences. And then we have the United States and we have the United Kingdom. So these are language differences for these 2 countries. So, United States. What do they say about the United States and the United Kingdom? They say something like 2 countries divided by a common language.
Yep, exactly.
Something that people say. So in the United States, we have fries, whereas in the UK, they have chips.
Right.
And in the US, we have football. And in the UK, they have flippity fiddlefucks.
Okay.
And then in the US, we have a water bottle. And then in the UK, they have a bottle. In the United States, we have a dentist, and they have a non-applicable. And in the U.S., we have police, and they have daddy wobbly hat. 2 more. Here's a picture. It's just a white screen with black type text, and it says, all I want to do is lose weight and eat. I wish it worked that way. And my last theme for this, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, comes to us from Asterik at Vinci. It says, please help. My biology teacher asked what's the opposite of dominant, and I confidently answered submissive to the whole class. Biology teacher obviously looking for the answer recessive. And this person chose the porn way.
They chose violence.
Well, yeah. Like in a sadomasochistic, violent kind of way, yeah.
All right, the penultimate round. My favorite. All right, the penultimate round. My favorite round. I don't know if you knew that, but I think it's my favorite round. Friend of the show, Marcus, has posted these red, white, and blue wieners from Oscar Mayer. They are labeled Freedom Franks, uncured beef wieners flavored with vanilla, fruit punch, and blue raspberry with 2 Z's.
Jesus.
Oh man, wait, I'm trying to remember what it's something I want to say about this. So American, it hurts to look at. Oh no! The fight has been canceled. Elon Musk's mother pulls the plug on Dana White's UFC plan for her son and Mark Zuckerberg. Commenter says,
Rudy mentioned this in the chat, actually.
of the possible excuses Musk was going to use, my mom won't let me wasn't even in my top 10 guesses. I would fight
Wow.
you. My mom won't let me. Oh, shit. Friends of the show, victims of psychedelic class warfare and MK Ultra shitposting memorial fund. Oh my God, it's been a whole week since we've seen you, victims of psychedelic class warfare and MK Ultra shitposting memorial fund. And if you are not following victims of psychedelic class warfare and MK Ultra shitposting memorial fund, where are you getting your psychedelic class warfare memes and MK Ultra shitposting? Huh? Ask yourself that.
That's a great question.
Repost.
I know I personally get all of mine from the victims of psychedelic class warfare and MK Ultra shit posting memorial fund personally.
Right? Where else? I mean, that's where you go. Do not accept substitutes. Reposting First Dash Mate Prance, who says, I keep my trauma between myself, my closest friends, and any stranger that seems kind of cool. Facebook for the blind, FB4tB, a weekly memecast. And if you're not following FB4tB, a weekly memecast, you are missing out. Says sub movies, am I right? Says the FBI going to be knocking on your door any day now because he's posted a picture of himself on the bus. And Phineas on September 4th, 2022 says, I have an idea for a Titanic sequel where a luxury submarine full of billionaires crashes while touring the wreck of Titanic. They all drown and get eaten by crabs. The movie is 26 minutes long. Very rewatchable.
Holy shit.
I think it was, oh man, I'm not sure. I think George passed along that one, but I really liked it. World Shaker reposted this and basically just, honest to God, just saying bravo to the National Park Service and saying that your investment in this social media manager on TikTok is the best tax money we've ever spent. The National Park Service posts, if you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down, even if you feel the friendship has run its course. I'm so happy that my money is supporting the arts. This is from friendly comrade Ancom Mermaid, who has reposted Nat at Princess Bozo, says this looks as good as being an American feels right now. And we have an attempt at an American flag big cookie. There's like 3 red stripes, 2 white stripes. There's some sprinkles for the stars up in the corner. And Emily comments, nah, this looks better than this shit feels. And Bonnie comments, meh, looks far better than being America feels. At least with this, you get a crappy giant cookie. Here we have from Dudism, one of the Nancy Drew ruined mysteries, the case of the overcomplicated bong. We have in the Highlands with the bagpipes. Just freaking light it already, Nancy. We've all been there. You have an overcomplicated bong. Friend of the show and co-founder George Cruikshank passes along Matt's son at Matty _the Batty. In 2018, when the guy I was seeing texted me Monday Night Raw, ? Eyeballs. So I planned for a night of intense pleasure, but instead I ended up here at WWE. What's the most awkward date y'all ever been on? Oh man, when expectations don't meet, that's a bad date. That's a bad date.
Call that an upgrade.
This looks like a Logitech commercial. There's a lot of waves and money in it. It says, "Let Logitech take you there" with the controller. #1 choice of people drowning in money. Still going. Still going. This thing's going to keep on going. Nat Guest says, if I were a billionaire stuck at the bottom of the ocean, I would simply pull myself up by my bootstraps. This one's a weird one from friend of the show, Chad Opitz out there on the West Coast. He says, meme I make. And we have a picture of Jennifer Connelly and one of the puppets from Labyrinth, really ugly, like Applehead looking, carvy old guy puppet. And she's smiling and he's all, puppety looking. It says, 1 ticket for Barbie and 1 ticket for Oppenheimer, please. That's pretty good. This next one is, I posted this and I quoted Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They have no understanding. Because Aaron Cashtan posted 1. And Moses said, thus saith the Lord, you shall not oppress the stranger, for you were strangers once yourselves in Egypt. Verse 2, and the people grew angry and said, oh Lord, why are you teaching us critical race theory?
Yeah.
Verse 3, and Moses replied, do any of you even know what critical race theory is? Verse 4, and no, none of them knew. This next one from The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion. We have a picture of a principal talking to a student in a schoolroom in front of lockers, and it says, school administration reminds female students bulletproof vests must cover midriff. This is just a picture of Dean Martin and Liberace decked out in some star-spangled gayness, just dancing on television. This, you know what? And it's like somewhere out there, somebody going, "Wow, I forgot. This is the liberal media that made me gay." There it is. It's Dean Martin's vest. Look at those stars. This is a picture of a low-res video game guy with sunglasses and a collared sort of bomber jacket. And very old 80s style script says, some people have a hard time understanding the concept of privilege. I work hard. Things aren't given to me. I understand that, but privilege isn't typically perks and benefits. It's the absence of obstacles and barriers, unfair penalties that others get that you don't. That can be a lot harder to notice. I just liked it like a video game warning thing. Got about 3 more here. Friend of the show and founder George Cruikshank back again with, well, that's chaotic. Posted, I love when the gender options are male, female, and prefer not to answer. Like it just reads as boy, girl, and what are you, a cop? I don't know you anything. Food request. My gender is come back with a warrant.
Yeah, no shit. That's exactly the way I've always read that. I can't tell you how many times I've checked prefer not to answer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's
irrelevant.
Option. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Who are you?
My pronouns are we, us. Give that a try.
Yeah, fuck all the way on. Definitely. Friend of the show, Drew Harmon, reposts the Iron Sheik in all caps saying, take a minute out of your day to be nice to someone, you dumb son of a bitch. I love very, very, very much. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one next. And here we see some pictures of some Domino's pizza employees back in the 80s from @Totally80s Room. And it says, before the internet, these people would take your order, write down an address, and deliver a pizza to your home in less than 30 minutes by using a paper map, like some sort of mystical land pirate.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, 30 minutes fast or free. If you think you're seeing NASCAR in the streets of Chicago now, 30 minutes, fast and free, 17-year-olds in their dad's cars, working for tips. Let's do the math. All right. And finally, for this round, Ellen Meredith posts, the reason Facebook is better than Twitter is because everyone who's funny on Twitter is doing it to social climb and brand build, and everyone who's funny on Facebook is doing it because they're deeply mentally ill. Ouch, I resent that remark.
Right, here we go, round 3. No, round 4.
No,
Wait,
yeah.
I don't think we don't name this round. This is just the post with the most.
It's the post with the most.
Yeah, but it doesn't get it's not a numerical round.
No, it's not a numerical round.
Here we go. Here we go. My post with the most this week comes to you from, this is, who am I kidding? This is anarcho.spirituality.
Oh,
Retweeting at Turtle Kiosk, who says, self-care is officially over. We're doing drugs again.
nice.
Official.
Nice.
All right. Sizemore, what was your post with the most? Your one meme that got the most of all your posts.
I love how very specific you are there, and I'm going to adhere to the actual numeric rules this time.
Wow.
Because I love you, and also I usually try to go for the funniest one, but that's just not the way it worked out. Gives me hope though, because Comrade Elijah posts, just started a new job making $20 an hour. I asked my coworkers what they make, and they said $17.78 an hour. So I told them what I made and convinced them to ask for more money. They're going in together since I told them they'll have more power that way. And then a few minutes later, he posts, they did it. Always discuss your pay with your coworkers. It only serves to help your employer when you don't. I am so happy for them right now. And that was the post with the most that I had. Just
absolutely. That's fucking dope.
Workers solidarity there. And that constitutes an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind for 4th of July, 2023. Until next time, we love you. Mwah.
Love you, George. Thinking of you, TD.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.